my kit is all about the OUAI dry texture foam. What's perfect about this hairstyle is that it's super textured and messy, and honestly it's perfect for those days where you don't really have much time to do your hair because you have a ton of other things you need to do. So the great thing about this look is it's all about the prep. So you're going to braid your hair, and then as soon as you take it out, you're going to style it with your dry texture foam, and this does all the work for you. So you get all of this messy texturedness with very little work. Okay, so for this look, I like to do it with dirty hair. Like, I personally can't do more than like 1 day old dirty hair, but I just feel like if your hair's a little dirty, it's gonna grab and hold a little bit better. So the first product we're gonna start off with is our dry shampoo. You could do whatever dry shampoo you prefer. I just really love the light tone Moroccan oil because when my hair gets dirty, my roots look a little darker than they are, so it lightens them up a little bit. Okay, so with a comb, we're parting our hair. Your part does not have to be dead straight. It doesn't have to be in the middle. It's whatever you prefer. I just think as far as the braids go, the like crimped look from this looks a little bit more even if my hair is parted in the middle. So now that I have this side just pinned back just to get it out of my way, I'm gonna spray this side of my hair with my wave spray. The wave spray is just kind of giving your hair a little bit more product in it so that it'll hold and stick with the braid. So if you can do both braids, I recommend for this doing an underhand braid so that the braid is sitting on top instead of an overhand, just because I feel like it looks a little bit more piecey. And I always start with my crappier side, which is this side. I don't know why, but my braids always come out worse on this side, so I start there so that I can match the other side to this side. And we want these tight, but they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be super tight, and we're really just prepping our hair at this point. I love to secure, especially for this, I like to secure my braids with these really tiny little ones, just because the point of these is they're not supposed to, or they say they don't crease your hair, but they do, but I definitely feel like they don't crease your hair as much. So I like to use this. And like I said, it could be messy, it's really not a big deal. And like I said, you don't have to match the sides perfectly, but if you do want to get them like close to being the same level of messiness so that the like crimp from the braids will stay or try to mimic each other. Okay, so now that we have both braids, we want to take our wave spray again. Now that I have my hair prepped, I'm going to just go about the rest of my day. I do normally like to do my braids and set them in the beginning of the day so that just they have like all day to like really set in and like hold in this braid, and it'll just like really set like the crimp look. But if you don't have all day, like the more hairspray or the more wave spray you put in it will let it hold a little better. So I am going to go wait a couple hours, hang out, watch a movie, do my makeup, all that good stuff, and then when I feel like it's set, I will come back and show you guys how I finish up this look. Okay, so now that we've let our braids really set in, I'm gonna take them out. So now that we have all this texture, we really just want to enhance it. So we're going to try the dry texture foam. I don't have a lot of hair and my hair is not very long, so I use less than what is recommended on the back of the can. We should kind of, if you have longer, fuller hair, you should go with what's recommended and then just either work your way down or like add a tiny bit at a time, because once you do too much of stuff that are foam, it's very easy to get greasy. So at the moment, I'm starting out with this. Like I said, just a tiny bit. a tiny bit of my hair. I feel like I could do a little bit more, so like I said, just working in tiny parts at a time. Okay, so for me, this texture is perfect because I really like bigger, wilder hair. So the texture is good, but now I feel like my hair is really big throughout here and just like so flat at the root. So what I would do to compensate for that is go with my Puff Me. And this is the light, and I'll just start. So first off, I'm working my way in through the back part where the part is right here. I sprayed some in there, and now I'm just really working it in, as well as my part. And then you can also use, as well, or just this by itself if you're someone who doesn't want a lot of volume, the OUAI Volumizing Hairspray. And this is how I get my messy textured look. It's very, very simple, just a couple products. I love to do this when I have like a busy day, but I know I need to go somewhere. Especially when it's just like somewhere appropriate for just kind of a messy look. So that is how I do my messy textured braids.